Decentralize all the things. Decentralize all the things.
Hey there. Welcome to the Web3 Summit Decentralize Now podcast series, hosted by the Decentralize All The Things podcast network. This series features discussions about decentralization from the 2018 Web3 Summit held in Berlin, Germany. This is episode 2, featuring Graden of Seedom. In this episode, Keeley gives an overview of Seedom, a blockchain for social good project helping to raise money for charities. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoy the show.
All good. Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for coming out. So I'm Keeley Graden with Seedom. So Seedom is a decentralized app built on Ethereum that fundraises Ether for charity. Typically, right now, we're running every month. But the idea is we're really trying to incentivize routine giving on the blockchain because 60% of all the funds raised go directly to the nonprofit, and you can see that via the transaction. But then 30% goes to one lucky winner that participated in the fundraiser. So we use a random number generator to be able to pick that winner in a trustless way. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and give a demo of it. So this is our basic UI. You can see already we've had about 4 people participate with 4 entries. And then you can see the amount raised and the different splits between the winner and the actual charity. In this case, we're doing our Seedom Charity Fund. In the past, actually, we've worked with several organizations. So Giveth was actually part of our beta. So we raised about 1 ETH when it was... 1 Ether was about $1,000 at the time. And then we've been working with a lot of grassroots organizations where 100% of the donations go directly to the efforts. So GraceAid helps refugees. Donate for Refugees also helps refugees. And then Resilient Wellness is using blockchain to incentivize community health. So it's really simple to participate. All you have to do is come to the Seedom.io, make sure that you are logged into MetaMask, and have at least $2 worth of Ether in your account. And so this little red bar is actually the timer. So you can see we started this today, and it will end on the 25th. So we have a timer that will track how long the fundraiser is going, but then we also have a goal tracker, so we can really try to encourage people to help reach the goal for the charity. So all you really have to do, it's super simple. You just click here, play to win. You select the amount of entries that you want. So in this case, I'll just put 1 entry. And you can see that's about 0.01 ETH. And then this is where the random number generation comes in. So at the start of it, the charity will actually launch the fundraiser by entering a seed phrase. So that's a secret phrase that they won't tell anyone. And then Seedom enters our phrase that we don't tell the charity. And then the whole thing starts. And then every user enters a message. And then at the end, when we reveal our secret message, and when the charity reveals their secret message, Seedom will randomly pick a winner. And then at the end, you'll be able to see our message, the charity's message, and the message of the winner. So in this case, I'll just say, enter my seed phrase, hello world. We're going to confirm the transaction. Yeah, so you pick it. Everyone will pick their own. So we can see the transaction went through. And so what happens here is you also, to encourage people to talk about the fundraiser, we have a little badge here. So you can share this on social media. It automatically populates with your message, and then it tells everyone when the fundraiser is going to end. And actually, on the charity side, the way we do this is you would come to our GitHub lab. So if you're acting as the charity to start it, you use Terminal to enter the code that's in the GitHub lab, and then you will copy some code, copy more code, and then you go to My Ether Wallet, and you'll actually submit this. So it is a little challenging if some charities aren't used to blockchain and MetaMask and, My Ether Wallet and using all of this stuff. It can be tricky to onboard them. But if they're familiar with it, it's really easy to use. You just select the contract, you begin it, use MetaMask, and then when they end it, they would come back here and do an end function. So also, in the spirit of decentralization, we don't think that we should be the only ones involved in picking the next charity. So after you've participated, you can go to this voting section, and you can see we already have a vote for slave-free trade. They're actually they're using blockchain to eradicate modern-day slavery. So we're going to be launching with them later this week. So we're really excited for that. But let's say I want to see Giveth, awesome guys, be part of this again. So you have a voting mechanism. Same thing, you would have to set a small transaction to be able to cast your vote. And then when that goes through, you'll be able to see the amount of votes. So we're really trying to crowdsource the selection of charities. So also I want to mention, you could even follow along on your phone because we are compatible with Trust Wallet, Cypher Browser, Coinbase Wallet, so you can participate. So there, the transaction just went through. So you can see we have an equal number of votes for these two awesome charities. And if you want to participate again, all you have to do is come back to the homepage, and it will automatically remember your secret message. Well, it's not really secret, but then you can come here and get more entries. So let's say I want to get another one because I want to increase my chances of actually being selected through the random number generator. Select more entries, confirm that transaction, and then it will take a little while. And as it's waiting, this is where we'll share a video about the charity so that people can actually get educated. Because it's not just about raising Ether, it's also about raising awareness for the charity. And what's really great is after a charity has worked with us, they'll be set up to be able to accept donations in Ether on an ongoing basis. So that is Seedom in a nutshell. Does anyone have any questions that I could answer?
So I'm wondering what kind of charities have expressed interest in working with you guys?
So most of the charities that we are in contact with are like really small grassroots charities. So they're looking for new innovative ways to fundraise. So they find us by searching blockchain and looking into crypto. Mostly we've worked with organizations based in Europe. It's a little challenging to get US-based organizations to participate. And again, it's very like grassroots organizations, so they don't pay there's like no paid staff, and so 100% of the donations are going there. But really, it's driven by the individuals in that charity that are like looking for new ways to fundraise and willing to experiment in this space.
Thanks for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe and give us a rating or comment if you enjoyed this content. This episode was brought to you by Santa and the unicorns at giveth.io. Remember, this podcast is made possible by the donations we receive from listeners like you. If you'd like to help support the podcast, you can do so by donating Ether at dattpodcast.com. That's DATT podcast.com. Please check the show notes for more information. Thanks again for listening, and until next time, keep decentralizing all the things.
Decentralize. Decentralize.